All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. Now, another week and another big win for the battle-tested Pittsburgh Steelers. Today, the Steelers rallied from being down to the Baltimore Ravens by the score of 17-7 at halftime. The Steelers are now 7-0 following their 28-24 victory. They are the NFL's only undefeated team left, and now they have a technically three-game cushion over the Ravens for first place in the AFC North. Now, Pittsburgh's defense set the tone early in the first quarter when Robert Spillane picked off Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson and returned it 33 yards for the touchdown to give the Steelers the early 7-0 advantage. Now, the Ravens did outplay the Steelers for the rest of the first half, but they only were able to muster a 10-point lead heading into the dressing room. And I looked at that and I saw that and I said, you know what, Pittsburgh has to have some confidence off of that because they played bad and they're only down 10 points. We saw the second half adjustments today from the Steelers. They were able to give quarterback Ben Roethlisberger more time in the pocket, and that was important because he was able to get the football to the likes of Juju Smith-Schuster, who had some big catches today, and rookie Chase Claypool. On the flip side, you look at what the Steelers' defense was able to do. Yes, they gave up yardage, 457 yards of total offense to Baltimore. But Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson was just 13 of 28 passing today for 208 with a pair of touchdowns and also 2 picks. You look at the pressure that this Steelers defense put on Lamar Jackson. You look at the likes of Stephon Tuitt up front with 2 sacks. Cam Haywood, TJ Watt, Vince Williams. None of those guys got sacks. But it's all about the pressures that they were able to create. And I said it, I talked about it heading into this game. The Steelers had the athletes to match up in the secondary with the Ravens wide receivers. And you look at Joe Hayden and Minkah Fitzpatrick, which are 2 that really jump off the table. But it's a situation where, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Lamar Jackson is an amazing talent. But when you've seen his struggles in the postseason, when you go back to the loss earlier this season to the Kansas City Chiefs, and now today to the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's all about making Lamar Jackson stay in that pocket, coming off of his first and possibly second reads, and having to become more of a quarterback than an athlete. And that's not taking anything away from Lamar Jackson. I think he is a phenomenal talent in the NFL. But this is definitely something that he has to overcome going forward if both he and the Ravens are going to take that next step and get to a Super Bowl. You look at it right now for Pittsburgh, they were really up for the challenge. They won ugly today. Only 221 yards of total offense on the ground, total for Pittsburgh. Like I said, the 457 that they gave up. But if you are Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Steelers, you've now taken your team to Nashville for one Sunday to defeat the Titans, and then you come back the next Sunday and defeat the Baltimore Ravens on the road. That is huge, and that is definitely going to be huge for the psyche for this team. We've talked about the Steelers being a fragile locker room in recent years. That's not the case anymore. It appears that everybody is on the same page, especially on offense. Big Ben Roethlisberger on the center. We talk about the talent that Steelers have at wide receiver. You look at what they can do running the football as well. And, of course, their offensive line. I love what they have defensively. Granted, 457 today. That's what they gave up. But it's a situation they were bending, but they didn't break. And they made the key stops and the key plays when they needed to. And you look at this Pittsburgh's team and you ask yourself, how far can they go? I mean, right now, they're in the catbird seat to get that top seed in the AFC. Still got plenty of work. We still got plenty of football ahead of us. But if you're Pittsburgh right now, you now find yourself with a record of 7-0. You've beaten 2 quality teams 2 weeks in a row. The next 3 games at Dallas, versus Cincinnati, and at Jacksonville. Very winnable games. Cincinnati will be tough. We saw them defeat the Tennessee Titans at home today. And, of course, that's a divisional game. So when there's a divisional game, you basically throw the rule book out because anything can happen. But Dallas is not playing good right now, and neither is Jacksonville. And that then sets the pace for week number 12 when the Steelers will host the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football in what could be a big game in regards to the playoff picture. Steelers don't play the Kansas City Chiefs this year. That's important because you look at these two teams, these two heavyweights in the AFC, there's a big possibility of them meeting in the postseason as well. So if you're the Steelers, you've put yourself in a very good position. You got to like what you have going forward. They are, in my opinion, right now, the best team in the NFL, but it's a situation, obviously, there's still plenty of football left to go. There's still plenty to be decided, but heading or now in the month of November, Pittsburgh is definitely looking like the best team. They are definitely a Super Bowl contender, and I think they're going to finish strong, and it's all about, can they get that top seed in the AFC this year? We'll have to wait and see. But right now, Pittsburgh has put themselves in a great position, and the next 2 months are looking good for the black and gold. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. I want to thank all of the subscribers out there who have subscribed to this page. And if you have not already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.